You are more than this. You are more than this phase of your life. Your current address is not your final destination.
So today my papa preached on something and it was really deep. It's not a new word. It's something that I've heard before, but today it just made more sense to me, right? So he preached on 5 unique gifts that God has created every human with. And the first point, he mentions that God has created us with purpose, with a gift of purpose, that there is a reason why we are still alive, right? That we should embrace our difference, we should celebrate our difference, that before we think about people accepting us, we should accept ourselves and stuff like that. But while he was talking, he made mention of something about your current your current location not being your final destination. He said your current location is not your final destination. And I just remembered on Friday when I was going to work, I saw one of my, will I say, colleague where I worked before, but he's a reverend, right? Because I once worked in an Anglican church, and I was so excited when I saw him. He was excited too, and I was late because I clock in by 8:30, and I saw him around that 8:20 a.m. ish. I just said, Reverend, drive me, you get, like, take me to work and stuff like that, because if I say I should be gisting at that spot, I'm going to go late, and I don't want to be queried in that sense. So he drove me to work. I went to clock in. I went back downstairs to gist the thing. So when I was in the church, right, they gave me an accommodation, and it was in a suburban, what am I supposed to say, rural area in Guarimpa, Kuchibena. And I did not want to go there because I was cutting with some people at that time, but I just preferred to be at the place I was going. Not that that place too was convenient, but then they've not had light in 13 years, and these people got an accommodation for me there. And even initially when they told me about the accommodation, they said it is not compulsory, blah blah blah. I said no wahala. I got the job. The reverse was the case. I said it's a must, and if not, my job is at stake. And this was the only job I had then, and I just had to, stay. I mean, oh God, I've been through a lot. So while we're talking, while I was just with the man, he now made mention of the place. I said, berry, yeah. And guess what, guys? I literally forgot the name of the place. So when my papa mentioned today that your current location is not your final destination, I just remember that truly, then it was looking like, when will I leave here? When? God, when? But I have left. In fact, it was even still the man that reminded me that Kuchi Bena. And I was like, yeah, Kuchi Bena. So what am I trying to say? Truly, your current location is not your final destination. And also, I would encourage you.
You are more than this. You are more than this phase of your life. Your current address is not your final destination. What you've been crying over when you slam the door shut, when you enter your house and you close the door, what you've been crying over is not a true definition of what your future will look like, because eyes have not yet seen. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. It has not even entered into the hearts of men. What God has in store, not what God will produce, what is already in store. You better wait for delivery.